this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. I figured since I'm doing this 80s horror marathon, I would just give my quick thoughts on the Poltergeist trilogy, because I have done these reviews already. I've done, longer reviews. So if you want to see my more in-depth thoughts, just, if I remember, I'll put the links down below in the info box and you can watch the full reviews. But, Poltergeist 1, classic. I don't know who the hell directed it. Some say Spielberg, some say Tobe Hooper. Maybe it was Steven Spielberg doing it again. Poltergeist is a damn good movie. It's got a good heart on its shoulder. Has some great special effects. Carol Ann Heatherworth really seems like a sweet kid. There's one moment that I can't explain why it made me teary-eyed, but the way she said it, and then knowing what happened to her in real life, it really just made me sad. Each time I see it, it makes me sad for that split second. Maybe because it's a film dealing with the afterlife, and then here's a girl who seemed very sweet and kind, and cute kid, and then dying horribly, like on Poltergeist 3. I forget the exact. Just people weren't paying the fuck attention to her and to what was wrong with her body. But yeah, Craig T. Nelson and like the whole cast did a good job. Beatrice Straight. The effects were fun. I mean, the guy who has that vision, whatever you call it, vision hallucination, where his face again, tearing his face off. That's definitely a great moment. This house is clean. I mean, what more can you say about Poltergeist? That's why I wasn't sure about reviewing this again. Because, like, what more can I say about Poltergeist that hasn't been said? I mean, the controversy of who directed this. Some say Spielberg, some say Tobe Hooper. No one wants to ever say anything, which is just fucking say it. If Tobe didn't direct it, Tobe has passed away. We're not going to pass judgment. Or just set the fucking record straight without BS. Jesus. But I mean, Craig T. Nelson did a good job as the dad. There's fun moments of relatability, like when him and the neighbor are dealing with their remote controls on who owns the TV. It takes place in suburbia, like where pretty much anybody could live at. Wasn't a house in the middle of nowhere or anything. A normal family. Jo Beth Williams is the mom. She was a strong woman, not a wet blanket, not a, how do I put it, not dead weight, not damsel in distress. Dominique Dunn as the daughter, the older daughter, which is sad that in real life, soon after, her boyfriend murdered her. Oliver Robbins as the boy, the son. Heather Ward as the baby daughter. Zelda Rubinstein as Tangina. Definitely a memorable character. James Taryn from Return of the Living Dead as Mr. T. You didn't move the headstone. Why? Why? Just the way Craig T. Nelson yells that line out, it's very memorable to me. And what makes the film work is that it's a very likable family. It's a family you care for. You don't want to see anything bad happen to them. And these things that keep happening. And just memorable scenes of, Carol Ann going, they're here. Or the clown that's trying to fuck with Oliver Robbins' character. Or the finale when they're trying to pull all the characters into this other dimension, you could say, and Jo Beth Williams is saving her kids, or the difference of poltergeist type of creatures, and you know, the rescue of the little girl. I just wish Craig T. Nelson had more to do as the dad. He kind of seemed like he was, I don't know, just sort of a fly on the wall at times. Which is one of the things I like about the sequel, because the sequel seemed like Craig T. Nelson had more to do. So I did appreciate that. But that's probably one of my only nitpicks. I wish Craig T. Nelson had a bit more to do. I mean, the mom saves the kids twice. Like, maybe have the dad save them one time and then the mom save them the other. Or have the dad go in and save his little girl and then the mom saves them at the end. I mean, again, just a little bit of even Stevens, so to speak. And Tangina, you fucked up. I mean, nothing against the actress, Zelda Rubinstein. She did a great job. But you said the house was clean, and it wasn't. So you fucked up. Because they think it's clean, but then they get attacked again, trying to kidnap the kids again. And then that's where Joe Beth Williams in the backyard. You have all those like bodies and really look like a mucky like lake of death. And then the house sort of swallowed itself, I guess you put it. I mean, all the elements are there. You have a beautiful score by Jared Goldsmith. You have likable characters, like I said, fun special effects. What was Tobe Hooper? What was Steven Spielberg? I don't know. I know the whole thing, a clause in his contract with Universal prevented Spielberg from directing any other films while preparing E.T. Some began to question Spielberg's role during production. Spielberg said, Toby isn't a take charge sort of guy. If a question was asked and an answer wasn't immediately forthcoming, I'd jump in and say, we could do it. Toby would nod agreement, and that became the process of collaboration. That doesn't sound like collaborating to me. Steven did the design for every storyboard. He was on the set every day except for 3 days when he was in Hawaii with Lucas. That seems a lot more than just producing. I don't know of any other producer that designs every fucking storyboard. Several members of the Poltergeist cast and crew have over the years consistently stated that Spielberg was the de facto director of the picture. Zelda Rubinstein was on there for 6 days. She said Spielberg directed all 6 days. Toby set up the shots, Steven made the adjustments. I mean, it's one of those things that just fucking say it, man. What it is. I mean, if you don't say, well, Tobe Hooper, he did direct it because the man passed away. Come on now. I mean, and I guess at the end of the day, someone could say, does it matter? But I mean, it's one of the many reasons why you don't have a fucking actual special edition of the film, which would have been nice, like a full documentary, but, you know, maybe because of the tragedy where, you know, Heather O'Rourke is no longer with us, you know, Dominique Dunn was murdered soon after. Zelda Rubinstein's no longer with us. Beatrice Straight, I don't think she's no longer with us. James Cameron is no longer with us. So really, it's too fucking late to do a documentary of any sort. Spielberg ain't going to talk about shit, because he'd actually have to answer the fucking questions people want him to answer. And again, so many people, like James Cameron passed away 2018. Beatrice Straight passed away 2001. Heather O'Rourke's no longer with us. Dominique Dunn's no longer with us. Toby Hooper's no longer with us. So, what? Craig T. Nelson, Joe Bill Williams, they seem like they're tired of talking about it. Oliver Robbins, maybe. Some of the crew, the effects guys. That's it. But yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. Again, if you want to hear my longer review, feel free to check out the link down below, if I remember. The other two films, quickly, Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, I liked. It is a step down from the second film. It doesn't have that same magic of the first one. I can't quite put my finger as to why. It's nice that Craig T. Nelson has a bit more to do. I liked Julian Beck did a great job as our villain, Henry Kane, and that creepy song that he sings. And the reason he's so creepy in the film is because he was dying during the making of the movie. He was dying, and when you watch it again, you could tell, y'all gonna die. Definitely a memorable villain. So people want to not Poltergeist 2. If it wasn't for Poltergeist 2, we wouldn't have that guy. And he's definitely someone that people remember for good reason. Will Sampson, who's no longer with us, as a Native American shaman, who, you know, he has his back and forth with Craig T. Nelson. To me, is one of the highlights, like when they're talking about the car and things of that nature. I like that. I like Will Sampson, Craig T. Nelson's back and forth. I thought that was fun. Like I said, Craig T. Nelson has stuff to do when they're in the other world, which maybe that's the thing, is that the finale, the other side, that's when the effects are not as good as they could be. You didn't have to have the family go to the other side. It just, the effects weren't there for that. But at least Craig T. Nelson, you know, actually stabs the creature, and, you know, Kane, and helps out. There are some really good special effects, like when he's drinking and this worm gets in him and possesses him. And it was cool to see Craig T. Nelson act like Kane, and sort of a creepy version of Craig T. Nelson as this character. That was fun to see. You know, stretch his acting a little bit. And then the crazy effect when he pukes up this worm thing. And then it's sad that this creature isn't in the film more, but this monster version of Kane, I thought looked really cool. Like, you only see it briefly, its face and such, but I thought it was such a neat looking creature. It should have been just in our world, and Craig T. Nelson fights that thing and stabs it. Not in this over-the-top magical world that you think that a goddamn rainbow's gonna, a fucking unicorn riding a rainbow's gonna pop up. So that would be my flaw with the film. Now that I'm talking it out, it's the way that ends with the... But the rest of it, you know, it still has a heart to it. The Jo Beth Williams' mother, that actress did a good job. And when her character passes away, Grandma Jess, again, there's a good heart to that as well. Like I said, the movie does have a lot of good stuff going to it. Jerry Goldsmith coming back at the end to do the music. Zelda Rubinstein. Really doesn't have as much to do compared to the first one, since you do have Will Sampson's character there. Like I said, I know the sequel gets a bad rap, and you know, it has its issues, but overall it's a pretty damn good sequel. Like I said, you have the family that you're able to come back. I thought they did a good job. Like I said, I like that Tim Nelson has more to do. Kane, Julian Beck, his singing, God is in his holy temple. Very creepy, effective villain. Like I said, Will Sampson is back and forth with Tim Nelson's fun. Some entertaining special effects, other than the ending. Jerry Goldsmith's music. Did H.R. Dieter come up with that Kane monster? Yeah, he did. No wonder it looks so cool. Okay, yeah, I really like that creature. I didn't know H.R. Dieter had a hand in it. I think there's a special edition Poltergeist too, but I never got it. Maybe one day I'll get it, but I didn't know how much features were on it, and you know, I have the DVD. You know, maybe one day. Poltergeist 3, I know it's 16 minutes in. I don't have much to say about Poltergeist 3. It fucking sucks dick. You know, haunted house, you know, skyrise, cool, skyrise, but so many things don't work. Why the fuck I'm sorry, when you look at the first two movies, there's no way Craig T. Nelson and Jo Beth Williams would send their fucking kid to another goddamn city. In fact, they probably have her in the fucking house 24/7 to keep her safe. Says 2 times she's been trying to get pulled into the other side. So no way they'd just send her to another fucking city. So that plot was stupid. Tom Skerritt doesn't have much to do, especially in the third act, nothing to do. Nancy Allen, I liked her as an actress, liked her in RoboCop. Her character's unlikable. She's a total bitch to Carol Ann, and then we're supposed to buy, I love you, Carol Ann. Bullshit. You don't love her at all. You love the ability of being alive. You love the idea of living, but you don't love Carol Ann. Bullshit. And then Tangina, like Zelda Rubinstein, you pretty much kill her off. I'm like, why? Why did you do that? What was that needed? No. Then what? Dr. Firecrotch, whatever the fuck the asshole doctor, sit on my dick. I forget what the fuck the doctor's name was. I know my friend Mike hated him too. Sit on a geyser as is about to explode. I don't remember the damn guy's name. Not the actors, it's the character that's in... Who... This guy is so blind, if you show him a picture of a paper, he'd think it was a goddamn dog. If he saw a fucking ocean, he'd think it was fire. I mean, this is how stupid this guy is. He'd take a fucking umbrella to see purple rain. I mean... This guy is just a complete and utter moron of a character. I know you're supposed to hate the character, but this is more like hate I want to turn the TV off. Not hate I want to keep watching. Dr. Seaton. Dr. Seaton. Yeah, the actor's name is Richard Fire. Might as well be called Dr. Firecrotch. Just makes my dick hurt. Why does it make my dick hurt? Because I keep wanting to do something like take a piss in the face, take a piss against the wall, take a piss in the wind, then watch this fucking character be more and more stupid with his dumb rationale. Maybe it's you doing this. maybe it's you, Caroline, doing this. Really? Really? Then you're a fucking idiot. Your license should be revoked and you should get the fuck out of Dodge. And then the ending. It's not the director's fault on the ending because Heather Ward passed away during the making of it. Was misdiagnosed as Crohn's disease, underwent medical treatment during parts of the film. Although she did complete filming. No, she returned home to California with her illness appearing to be in remission. Late January 1988, Heather Ward suddenly became ill again. Her condition rapidly deteriorated and she died on February 1988. Barely a month after her 12th birthday, during the post-production. They decided to reshoot the part of the ending with different special effects scenes. You have a stand-in for work. The reason this doesn't work is, number one, the death of the villain is lame as fuck. Number two, the ending of the film is an important part and you never see Heather Ward's face. Because they just have her hiding her face. And it's like, this is the main character in the movie. And the final bit, you don't see her face at all. And they just, back of your head, you know that's why. That's fucking why. It's just like, bullshit. See, I fucking yawn and think about it. If you want to hear more of my thoughts, just go down below, not to my dick, but to the info box below this video. I'm going to have reviews for Poltergeist, Poltergeist 2, and Poltergeist 3. So there you go. So either way, those are my general thoughts on the Poltergeist trilogy. Fuck the remake. I ranted on the remake. If you want to see my rant on the remake, I'll try to remember to put that down below too in the info box. The remake is a piece of shit. Pretty much fucking Xerox. Literally what they did was they took the original script of Poltergeist. They scratched out 1982 and they wrote in whatever fuck year it came out. Oh, put drones. That's pretty much it. Same goddamn movie. Only you had like a CGI squirrel. CGI squirrels that go ape shit. Poltergeist remake fucking sucks dick. You want to hear more of that? Go in info down below. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you for another 80s horror movie video later.